God damn, I used to love Pokemon. It didn't matter that the graphics were simple or the mechanics were basic. The charm was in the details, the little things that made the world feel real. The creativity, the wonder, the excitement of catching a new Pokemon, learning, training, and battling with it. I spent hours as a kid catching Pokemon, thinking they were the coolest things I'd ever seen. Every single one felt alive. Every single route felt endless, and every single gym felt intimidating. But somewhere along the line, that magic started to fade. The worlds have gotten bigger, the games longer, the battles flashier, but something about it started to slip away. It became too safe, too predictable, and honestly, too lazy. And yes, while I still love the games, let's be real, they haven't exactly been evolving. Other franchises have grown and evolved as technology improved, but has Pokemon? Not really. Somehow, the world's largest monster-catching franchise feels afraid to spend their money on improvements. The last real improvement, in my eyes, was Legends Arceus with their new catching system. And that spark, that magic, that Pokemon once brought feels like it's fading because of it. I mean, come on, the graphics feel flat and boring.
What is that? What the f*** is that?
The NPCs barely move, there's still no voice acting, and just flat out no real immersion. You can't even enter buildings in these newer games. Yes, sure, the worlds are bigger and even open world, but it doesn't matter because they're lifeless. The older games have a pass with graphics. They literally couldn't do it. But now, with billions of dollars, there's quite literally no reason Pokemon games shouldn't look like this. Or this. Or even this. Should I go on? But really, it doesn't have to be this way, and honestly I don't know how it still is. If Nintendo stopped focusing on lawsuits and patents, and actually paid attention to their games, who knows? Just imagine a game that keeps everything we love about Pokemon, but finally evolves with the times. A playable world that feels alive, battles that are intense and meaningful, and environments that you actually want to explore. That's the kind of Pokemon game we've been waiting for, and the kind of Pokemon game we deserve. The game would function kind of like Pokemon Sword and Shield, having wild zones and routes. Wild zones would be these large open world areas that are fully explorable, and routes would be, well, they'd be routes. A guided section with a locked camera used for heavy detailed areas and visual storytelling moments. In the map, there'd be a ton of these routes and these wild zones with a bunch of cities that basically just connect everything together. Like Legends Arceus, I'd want some sort of central city or home base that evolves and changes alongside the story as well. Since Arceus, I don't really think there's any other way we should be catching Pokemon, so therefore, we'll keep the same mechanics as Arceus, but you don't need to catch 100 of a single Pokemon just to finish its Pokédex. Keeping pretty much everything else the same as well, the stealth catching, using berries as distractions, and obviously catching during battles will always be an option. I appreciate Legends ZA for innovating the battle system, but for me, I just don't like it. I apologize for riding Arceus so hard.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But once again, I think their battle system was great. Seeing your Pokemon in the world, keeping the original turn-based style, and even adding the agile and strong style moves, switching up the turn orders, it works. And it works really well. Just add even more move animations, and I'm happy. Now on to trainer battles. Like every game, you'll find trainers mostly on routes. In this region, they are literally hired by the gym challenge, so their jobs are to patrol the routes and battle any registered gym challengers. You'll see them walking around the routes, battling Pokemon, and running you down the second you're in their sight. NPCs will even switch between day and night as the shifts change. Everything you'd think of in a Pokemon game would obviously be in this game. The items, the TMs, the lore, but progression in this game would be totally up to the player. How, you ask? With a difficulty system! Not every Pokemon player is 10 years old anymore. Sometimes I want a challenge. So, in this game, we'll have a difficulty selection. This could affect things like the XP share, level scaling, smarter AI, and literally everything else. And once again, totally optional. If you want a relaxing, normal Pokemon experience, go ahead, you totally can. There would be 3 main ways of getting around the map: running, flying taxis, and mounts. Well, kind of mounts. Running and flying taxis can get you anywhere across the map, but mounts can only be used in the wild zones. Flying taxis will be available from the get-go, and you'll unlock destinations as you arrive. For mounts, you'll unlock them as you get further in the gym challenge, eventually getting 4, 1 for land, water, air, and 1 to climb. NPCs you find around the world will be able to give you different quests or missions, but nothing serious, as there would be 2 main activities for you to do throughout the entire game. The first being similar to many other games and their cooking system, but with alchemy. Finding berries and different ingredients around the map allow you to brew potions in a little mini-game. These potions can heal your Pokemon and give them other special effects. The next activity would take inspiration from Pokemon Snap, where you can sign up to be a Pokemon wildlife researcher. Take photos of Pokemon breeds in their natural habitat, eating, sleeping, socializing to unlock rewards, and even increase your shiny chances. Now, onto the stuff that honestly is kind of interchangeable. I don't really think there's a perfect region or perfect gyms, so it's all pretty much personal preference. And in that case, I'm gonna use what I know, the Midwest, and specifically the Great Lakes region. So, welcome to Viridian, a region made up of a bunch of lakes, birch woods, industrial zones, snowy hills, and swamplands. The Viridian region will be proud supporters of the Gym Challenge, having not only 8, but 10 gyms. The 10 gyms in order would be: number 1, the normal gym, taking place in Golden Plains, a place full of farmland, cattle, and wide open spaces. Number 2, the Rock Gym, taking place in Quarry Heights, an old quarry turned into a town full of bluffs and ponds. Number 3, the Water Gym, taking place in Lakeport City, a lakeside city heavy on fishing and trade with plenty of docks and boats. Number 4, the Grass Gym, taking place in verdant birch woods. This gym would be featured in a wild zone with a bunch of dense birch forests and winding trails and hidden groves. Number 5, the Ice Gym. This would take place in Frosted Ridge, a small mining town on snowy hills, known for its harsh winds. Number 6, the Steel Gym, taking place in Iron City, an industrial hub with factories, neon lights, and tall buildings. Number 7, the Ground Gym, taking place in a wetland expanse. Another gym inside of a wild zone, this one a foggy marshlands with reed-lined rivers serving as a nature preserve. Number 8, the Poison Gym, taking place in Murkmire Bog, a misty swamp filled with toxic flora known for its famous alchemists. Number 9, the Ghost Gym in Mistvale Ruins, a historical site, ruined castle, and a field known for a famous battle. And lastly, the Electric Gym, taking place in Aether Tower, a massive building in the industrial capital of Viridian with high-tech buildings and facilities. The Gym Challenge will be considered a multiple-week event, as trainers go through the region training their Pokemon to beat all 10 gyms, with interviews, media presence, and fans all along the way. Let's be real, any good Pokemon story would fit in practically any region, so therefore, just come up with your own story. And there's Viridian, my own Pokemon region, and the Pokemon game I think we deserve. I truly had a lot of fun making this game, as really I love Pokemon, and probably always will, but ZA sucks. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, let me know your thoughts, ideas down in the comments, and I will see you guys next video.